maybe a potential blight on the horizon?
Oh, there hasn't been a blight for many, many years. We thought the wardens had actually vanquished the blights and we would never have another blight again. But then he kind of shakes his head and he goes, I always suspected as much as there probably could be another blight, but I didn't think it would be in my lifetime. You know, and
I kind of like sigh deeply and say yes.
he's an older guy as well, so he's a little older than middle aged. So
I glance back towards Elephant.
I'm sure we can come up with some understanding about that.
well, I can tell you what. I mean, the Foldor farm is in need of some repairs. Uh, so what you can do is, I mean, are you going to be here in Vintover for very much longer, or
I think we should stay a week and make sure that everything just settles down. There's no more attacks. Maybe help rebuild a little.
I kind of say it really depends what happens in my when I meet up with Sister Ada. I really need to speak to her, obviously, as soon as she is free. And from that, it really depends how long both myself and Aziza will actually be staying in the vicinity of Vintiva.
well, if you would like to talk to her, I'm sure she would probably be okay to see you now. It's been
It's cool, David. I'm cool with like playing this out first and then go over afterwards. That was just
fine.
like a throwaway comment.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just finish this up out here. So, but yeah, the warden said you could probably in a week, and he doesn't know where this lost city is. I mean, he's never even heard of it. So, but the farm does need quite a bit of repairs. There's been a lot damaged, especially seeing that Mathalon and the other Revengers tore through the place and actually had damaged it quite a bit.
I'm sure some services can be traded.
So what he was saying is you could probably, if it's as many supplies as what you say, how much you say there is, you could probably get a pretty nice nest egg from that, and you could probably take care of your end of the repairs, and you will still, you won't have to pay for taxes because the Foldors actually paid for the taxes when they were still alive. So, and you will have 9 months before you have to pay taxes again, which, it's basically just during our harvest season, which is about 9 months away. So, you will have 9 months before, we have our yearly tithe for all of the surrounding farmsteads and everything. So,
I look to Elephant and say, are you happy with all of this? And did you say you may need to go and speak to the blacksmith?
Since the farm has wagons, there's no need to speak to him.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's quite a few wagons, and I'm not sure how much of the livestock is left because we haven't been out there yet. But whatever you need, we'll take care of it for you, and then you can just get us back at come tithe time. So
I kind of look at the warden.
unless you guys are swimming in currency, then you can just go ahead and take care of it now.
I kind of look to the warden, and we don't have to necessarily roleplay this a little bit out. I just kind of ask him if he can kind of like give me a list of what he thinks the villagers' needs are, as far as like supplies wise, like in order to get themselves back on their feet. If you could just give me a list of it.
Well, the village is fine. The village is fine financially. I mean, the village actually sustains itself. It doesn't have any aid from any of the major
So their
towns
food crops
around.
are completely intact and all that.
Correct. Yes, everything is. Yeah, it's a self-sustaining community.
I thought it may have been sort of decimated a little bit by the.
No, the
everything
Foldor
going
farm
through,
had a
okay.
lot of damage, and several of the other farms on the eastern end of Vintover had some damage, but those farms survived the attack and they're fine. But we will get with them as well and see if they need anything. But for the most part, the city itself is fine financially. We will take care of the repairs here. So, but if we need any help, usually the chantry is always the chantry temple here is always the first to offer any aid and assistance. So, Sister Art is a great figure here in Ventiver.
I look to him and I say, what can you tell me of Sister Ada?
She's been here with her father since the beginning, and her father was sort of given a better position, and he basically went for another chantry temple, and so he basically gave Sister Arda the temple here, and the chantry approved of it, and she's been here now for the past 15 years, and she's been the head of the chantry temple here, and we're glad to have her.
So, like, I can't think how to word this in character, so just forgive me, David. Like, I'm basically gonna ask him about pure logistics, like how many carts does the actual farm have that are usable?
You'll have to go to the farmstead, and
we'll have to take stock of that. When
you'll have to, you'll have to go to the farm yourself and actually check it out, take an inventory, and then if you need any kind of help, like I'm saying, if you guys decide to accept this, then if you need any kind of help getting it here, or it just depends. There's all kinds of avenues here. It just depends on if seeing that you are part of the Circle Tower, obviously, because you are a Circle Mage.
As should all mages be.
And we don't know if you're going to be a permanent figure here, or if the Canary is going to be a permanent figure here, or Elephane. Elephane has been here for several months already. He knows the lands. He has also stayed with the Full Doors, from what I remember him talking about. And so, I mean, there's all kinds of avenues that you can explore.
I look to the party then and say, should we go and check out the farm? Would you guys like to go check out the farm, and I will go and speak to Sister Ada?
I turn and I go, yes. Elephane, Aziza, let's go check out the farm.
After I restock on arrows, I would, yeah.
Okay.
I walk over to Bella. I stick my hand in her quiver and I go, "Here, have some arrows."
All right. This is your new Full Door farm map. So I'm going to allow you guys to decorate it up the way you want it. If you want to build more buildings, you can do whatever you want, and as long as you have the assets and the means to tell me what you want, I'll decorate you. Because unfortunately, you can't do it. But I guess I could give you guys GM access to the game to decorate the map up if you guys want to. So.
What are the options of stuff we can do? Like, can we build walls? Can we
do whatever you want? Do whatever you want.
Okay.
You got.
I
think we should leave the building in your
put
hands.
honey in, put bees in there so we can make some mead.
As long as you're not wanting to build a Chantry temple and everything else. Well, I don't know. I guess you probably could. I mean, you can
I'm
do
going to build my own
want.
circle tower.
But this is your own. This is your map, so you can do whatever you want with it. All of the buildings are intact. You're probably going to have some repairs. The stables there, you have four horses left, but they're more of a utility type of horse. They're not for riding or anything like that. They're basically farm bound. You've got quite a few carts, and you just don't have any help. And
I have a
all
question.
of the sure.
Are there grapes still and whatnot on the thing, or are they all gone now?
No, they're pretty much all harvested. There was just the small field up there. That was basically the personal field of the homesteaders, is what they actually kept for themselves. What they made wine and
right here.
also
this is
dried
like
them.
the barn and like
That
the
is the
chicken
barn.
coop
That is the barn.
and the work shed, right?
Yep.
I
This
go
is the
back
barn.
to the barn
Mm-hmm.
and I check to see if the animals still have food and whatnot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're getting a little skinny, so they haven't really been eating too well the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So
I give them a good hunk of hay, some fresh water. I pet them down, and I kind of spend like in 2 hours with all the animals.
All right, sounds good.
Farm Simulator
Very good.
2013.
But you have, we'll say that you have 4 wagons, and I'll go ahead and I'll set some wagons down for you now. So that'll sort of be like a reminder. How's that?
We have 4 wagons, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say you have 4 wagons. So.
Would we have like a wagon house?
You can. Oh Jesus! Come on, that's a PNG failure.
Yep.
I mean, it really is. I'll have to. I'll make a wagon with. We'll just say that you have, 4 wagons, and I'll just do this and paste it 4 times.
Are there enough horses or mules to be able to pull those? Sorry, I'm not there, am I? Never
No,
mind.
you have no. Well, no, you have enough for 4. You got. I think I said you had 4.
We have
4
4
horses?
here, plus
Draft
the one
horses?
in the town. What draft horses? I thought. Okay.
Well, whatever.
For some reason, I thought they'd be
It's
mules.
it's not a riding or warhorse, if that's what you're wondering. Yeah, but and you also hear a sort of like a small like a howling or a sort of like a crying sound coming from this house, one of the smaller houses as well.
I walk over in curiosity and I kind of open the door and go, "Hello."
As you open the door, a small Mabari dog rushes the door and takes liking of you.
I start petting him.
There you go. Merry Christmas. That is my gift to you. Like I said, I don't like to, just give out. Well, like I said, I'm a stingy DM. I've been called by my players in other games. So, but anyways, it is Christmas
Got a
time,
puppy.
and I want you to have a Mabari. I know you were talking
Is there a
about
bow on
wanting to
it?
have one.
A Mabari Warhound?
So yes, he's
Yep.
got a Mabari, a puppy, pup. It's gonna have to. It's not a full grown, and it's gonna progress through the game with your character. So, but yes,
That's cool.
You have a Mabari.
You got a
Around.
second level dog.
So, yes, you have a pup that is gonna
And
have to
these-
stay on the farm for quite a time until it gets a little bit older in age.
Do these creatures have stats at all?
Yeah, you'll have stats as soon as I'm done overhauling Dragon
Cool.
Age within the next week. I will give you, I'm going to allow you. I'm going to come up with a sort of like a bridle system and inventory system for mounts as well, with bags with space and you'll be able to get some light armor for your hound as well. And also, if anyone else has any pets, so
I named the Mabari Warhound
and you'll be able to
Low.
upgrade the stats. You'll be able to do things with. I want you guys to have customization for your actual companions as well. So it's just not just a flat companion. I mean, you're going to be able to throw a little bit of leather armor on your dog, or maybe a little bit of
User joined
chain.
your channel.
So I think it'll be pretty cool. It's going to be like I said, it's a long process, and it's not a just overnight thing. I mean, this is going to take time for you to train your hound and everything. It's like I said, it's going to take time.
We need to take stock at the buildings and see what needs to be repaired and get a basic cost.
What is the group's reaction when I walk out of the tool shed with the dog?
Are you
First of
those
all,
boys
David,
that keep whacking off in my goddamn tool shed? I just had to do that. Sorry.
Can we kind of assume, David, that I went with them to the farm, and then I'll go back to the chantry afterwards?
Well, I mean, you said you wanted to go to the chantry, so in all honesty,
No, that's cool.
you
No, that's cool. I
kind
don't
of
mind.
stayed there. So
Okay, I walk out and go like, guys, I'd like to introduce you to the to my new pup. His name is Lo. Like L
it's not
and L.
Snots.
No,
Oh,
No, it's not
I was
Io
gonna
or
name it
Tiamat.
Banana Hammock, but I was like, no. Lo? Yeah, his name is Lo.
what's up, Captain?
I was gonna name him Tiamat, but I was like, no, let's just name him Lo.
Because you know what happened, Tiamat appear and say, I'm the real Tiamat, then he...
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get you a. You all have your own character sheet and a handout for your pets. So it'll be a link inside of your character sheet. So, and it'll just pop right up.
Will there be enough room for the 6-page backstory I'm going to write for Cheyenne?
I guess.
I'm kidding.
We'll say that
It's
you
only
have
for 3
a fifth
pages.
cart because there was.
We do have a 5th cart and
Yes.
an old ass horse.
It was in Vancouver still, so.
I kind of walk up and go, "This is low. Now let's do the job." And I go to like where the animals and the sheds are and whatnot, and I kind of start writing stuff down, seeing what we need and what's broken and whatnot. Where do you guys go?
I was checking the houses to make sure they're livable, and if they weren't, get supply lists.
Yeah, you had found, like I said, you guys had found a little bit of actual money. And,
Get a tank.
yeah, you guys got
Alright.
a tank too. We're gonna metagame this shit. You got a that's not a Panzer. I think that's an M1 Abrams, isn't it? Or maybe a utility.
Oh, we got a tank. Damn it! I want to go see how long it takes.
This is World of Tanks
Denerim
meets
to
Dragon
attack.
Age.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna play a board game. That would actually be pretty cool. You could actually probably do a game like this with tanks and troops and shit. So,
Yep.
but yes, this is the basics of your farm. So, it is gonna progress with your group as well, depending on how much you want to invest into it.
Can we change the farm's name?
I mean, you can do that. Sure. I mean,
Be respectful.
but out of respect to the Fuldors, I mean, I would probably keep it the Fuldor farm. It's been the Fuldor farm for probably several hundred years, so
Plus, I would imagine the grapes from the Foldar farm have kind of got like a cachet that goes with
Yeah.
them, so they,
you can add a dungeon. You could do anything you
It's the
want.
pride
I
of
was
Long
thinking-
Island.
Yeah, you could build a
I
wall
was-
around it, put up a keep. You can do all kinds of shit.
I was thinking about saving up and buying some bee nests and put them like somewhere off the farm and make mead and sell mead and the wine, honey mead or honey
You
wine.
can do it.
you
You could
just
do it.
there looks like a perfect place for a circle tower. Just there.
Right in the middle of the
No,
field.
the circle tower
Right in
would
the
go over
field?
by the forest. The circle tower would go over here.
Just there.
Then the whack off shed would go over here. Then Aziza's burial grounds would be over here. Oh wait, never mind. I shouldn't be saying anything.
And a tank drives in and just drives straight up. Is that one of the spell effects?
Yeah, that's a spell effect.
That's cool, that.
Stop blowing up my farm, David.
Fuck yeah. Can we borrow your tank and attack Denerim?
All right. Oh, you can't see
We
it
could
on
get a
the,
lot of loot from
on
there.
the player screen. Unfortunately, you guys can see it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see it.
Yeah, well, that sucks. I can't see it on the player screen as I'm logged in on the player screen. So I'll show the stream. I'll put my screen over here. These are the new explode effects. I got the Sherman tank over here. See that I got that big token there, frozen the entire time. It sucks. I can't even blow her up. So there you go. I'll blow her up as much as I can. I love Roll20, man. Roll20 is so
You know
fucking
what?
awesome.
Even with that tank, the Ash Demon would still destroy you.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't
Archdemon
know.
would probably try and hump it.
I don't know.
It
Are we
would use
cutting
that
back
tank
the
as a
bell
back
now?
scratcher.
Are we cutting back the bell as we do the farm stuff?
No, that's cool. You have fun. You guys have fun doing that.
Yeah, you know that you have 5 mules slash workhorses and 5 wagons. Basically, what the Fuldors had, and you also have you have a couple dogs. You have some chickens, some other small animals. So you have a couple pigs. So you just need to try to find a few hands to actually trustworthy hands that can actually run this for you. You're gonna have to pay them, but there's all the rules and shit like that. So It just depends. But like I said, you're free. You're free and clear of any. There's no taxes or tithes until you've got about 9 months before the next vineyard harvest. So you're gonna have about 6 months before you have to start worrying about that. Before you start planting your
Yep.
crops. So
At some point I pull Aziza and Elephant back out, like into like the middle of the farm, and I turn to Aziza and go, maybe you should go check on Belle, and we'll ready 2 carts and the carts and see how the horses are doing, and maybe we'll load 2 horses up to the carts and we'll go as a group out to get some supplies. Do a small trip so far.
all right. Well, I will tell you this, Elephant. You do know that there was about a dozen of the full doors, so you're going to need a pretty big crew to run this for you. So, but
I know some elves.
the farm. Well,
I know an elf too. Her name is Shira, and we could hire her to run it.
there is quite a few. There's a couple able bodies that could actually help you get the elves trained, but then again, the elves may want to do. They may not want to do this. You don't know. So
I also turn and tell Aziza to bring Shira back with him. What is Aziza complying?
oh,
Assimilate, boy. Assimilate.
Aziz is here.
Yeah. What like I was saying is I pulled everyone in that was here with us, and I was like, me and Elephant are gonna ready the 2 carts. I'd like you to go and fetch Belle if she is done with her work, as well as bring not Aziza, the Ashara girl here. I have a question for her.
Would 2 carts be enough? Just
Like-
checking.
I just want to take a small trip.
Probably
Maybe not just a huge one.
no.
Just like a what's
Probably
there and
not
whatnot.
2 carts. You're probably going to need 3 or 4. Probably, to be safe, probably 4 carts,
Okay.
and that'll get all of the goods out of the, out of the lost city. So, or you could just take over the lost city as well. Huh? Huh?
Oh, that's
No.
mine.
Have your
Let's
own
just
have your own
have the
dungeon.
farm.
Yeah,
Perfect
that's mine.
location for a circle
I gotta
tower.
plant my flag.
Lots of choices.
Perfect location for a circle tower.
Yeah.
Well,
Where? Right here, huh? That's a big, nice open area.
No, I was thinking actually like the Lost Keep was a perfect location for a circle tower.
No, yeah.
you're gonna turn an elven city into a circle tower?
It's an old
How?
abandoned city. Nobody's been there for 1,000 years, probably.
I was there the other day.
That's true. You were there. Oh no, not a week. No, man. The main currency in Dragon Age is silver,
You can shoot the
so
bell,
it
he
would
can
probably
do
be
his,
a couple silver a week.
little confrontation thingy.
Okay, with the chantry. Okay, we'll say that you get to the chantry, Mrs. Bell. It's creepy calling the dude
Miss,
Mrs.
thank you.
Miss Bell. Still creepy.
I'm not going to say a word.
Oh, it is creepy.
Why is it not creepy when it's Raven doing Elephant?
Yeah, it's kind of true. You guys need to get You guys need to get on the female roleplay. You could do some cosplay, dress up like a female elf, turn your webcams on.
No, now that would be creepy.
That would definitely be creepy.
Not and say
Female elves with 5 o'clock shadow and stuff. I don't think that would be too good. We'd have like negative 10 viewers.
We'd have negative 1 million viewers.
All right, so let's go to the Chantry. The Chantry
Okay.
Temple and Sister Arda.
So I arrive at the Chantry. Is the door open?
The door is open.
Very-
There's several townsfolk in there as well. Seems
Okay,
like
I very respectfully walk in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making much of a fuss. I'm just kind of like looking around. Do I see Sister Ada anywhere? Is she out catering to the masses or
Yeah,
speaking to the sisters?
there's people. She's just holding a little, sort of like a little vigil for the all of the dead townsfolk. There's also some wounded in there as well. So that seems to be sort of like a central hub in the town currently. That's basically just offering aid to all the townsfolk. They're
Okay, I kind of
serving some
approach
food
the
and
person who looks the most wounded, and using the very last of my mana, just gives him a quick little heal. Uh,
you give him a lightning bolt for the road.
no, just a quick little heal.
All right,
And I'm looking up
they
at
appreciate it.
Sister Ada as I sort of stand up from my kneeling position where I was helping this individual, and kind of just see if
She
she
took
notices
notice.
me.
Yeah, she took notice of that. She just kind of nods her head at you.
I kind of look at her and kind of mouth to her if she has a second.
I have all the time in the world. What can I do for you?
Could we maybe? I kind of look around, go somewhere a little quieter.
Sure. You can come back to my quarters. Ooh. Yeah. She takes you back to the back.
Keep it
I
in your
bet she
pants.
tries. Okay, so back in her quarters, what's her quarters look like? I mean, do you want to describe them
Oh,
or
it's
not?
actually a pretty nice little temple. I mean, for a small town, it's got a lot of nice murals. There's quite a few artifacts
Someone's
lying
skimming
around
off
as
the
well.
top.
So no.
When we first arrive in her, little office area,
No,
shall we
it's
say?
nothing fancy. I mean, it's a very modest quarters.
Okay, when we first arrive in her little office stroke
Mm-hmm.
quarters area,
Mm-hmm.
I say to her, I would like to thank you once again for your assistance in
No,
our
thank you.
battle.
It wouldn't have probably turned out the way it did if your group hadn't have shown up. And then she asks, what business do you have here in Ventiver? It seems like the rest of the council and the warden has taken a liking to you. I'm sorry I wasn't able
Um,
to meet you earlier, but I was off taking care of some things.
I kind of just nod sagely and say that's not a problem at all. And Drusty works in mysterious ways. I let her know. In fact, let me just roleplay this out rather than just saying I let her know. Okay. Um, Sister Ada, I was actually sent on treaty by the Circle Tower at Lake Kalhad. We, approximately a month ago, had sent out a contingent of mages and Templar to come to Vintiva itself and assist and just check in with the Chantry here. From speaking to one of your fellow sisters, I was informed that you were not aware of them even being sent and definitely not aware of any arrival of them. Is this correct?
That is, I never knew that there was a contingency sent to Ventiver. I mean, is there a reason why? I mean, are they? Was it just sort of like an annual visit like we would get from the Circle Tower, or from the Chantry? I
What
wasn't
it
expecting anything. I mean, there
no, I
was
mean
no
what it
any kind
actually
of
was.
notification.
What it actually was is it was just kind of like a fact finding. They were going to go to several different chantries around Ferelden.
I see.
Just seeing, any news, because there had actually been one of the actual first enchanters had said that he had sensed some impending, not doom as such, but some kind of impending darkness, and we were just sending out kind of little contingents to different chantries around the area, around the entirety of Ferelden, to see what kind of reports we got back.
This wouldn't
And
happen
we
to be with the sudden surge of blight in the area, I would suspect. Because I mean,
that
within the last 6 months, I mean, we have the blight has been coming up from the roads quite often. I mean,
Yes, yes.
so I was kind of thinking that maybe there was something coming on the horizon.
Yeah,
But it has
I
been many years, so. I mean,
I believe it's been nearly 100 years.
mhm.